Do you really know what kind of a learner you are? For me, I wasn't entirely sure. I took 6 personality and learning style quizzes to help me clarify who I am as a person and as a learner. These 6 quizzes include Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, VARK, Felder's Learning Styles, Gardner's Multiple Intelligences, Working Styles, and 4 Temperaments. The first quiz I took was the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator test based on the work of psychologist Carl Jung. Jung's theory argues that there are 8 personality indicators of every person. These categories deal with mind, energy, nature, and tactics. I have the personality type of ISTJ, so I'm introverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. These results make sense because I do tend to stick by myself rather than be with the crowd. I focus on what is happening right here and right now. I use logic to make decisions, and I am decisive and highly organized. The VARK test, however, gives a person's learning styles overview. VARK stands for visual, oral, read, write, and kinesthetic, all of which are the different modes of learning. This type of test is really important for determining how a person learns best, so you can tailor your education to fit your learning needs. My results show that I am a multimodal learner, which means that I learn using a variety of styles rather than just one. Just like the VARK quiz, the quiz Learning Styles developed by Richard Felder also analyzes the varying learning styles of an individual. The difference with this quiz is that Felder views the learning styles as dimensional and gradient. Instead of just 4 learning styles, this quiz has 4 categories of learning styles with 2 subcategories in each category. I scored that I was more intuitive than sensory, more visual than verbal, more reflective than active, and more global than sequential. With these results, however, I was more attuned to being one learning style over the rest. I scored a 9 in the reflective category, with only scores of 3 for both intuitive and visual, and only 1 for global. This means that although I have a learning style mode more aligned with being these 4 characteristics, the preference is not as strong. My score for reflective, however, shows that I have a very high preference for thinking problems through and evaluating all of my options. I think that this test is more representative of what it is like to be an individualized person and learner. Not only does it allow for flexibility in the main 4 learning styles, but it also ranks them in the way that you learn best. The results in this test were really similar to my results in the Myers-Briggs and the VARK quizzes, emphasizing my reflective tendencies. The Howard Gardner's 8 Types of Intelligences is similar to Felder's Learning Styles quiz, but instead of looking at learning styles, it evaluates frames of mind or different intellectual abilities. Every person has all 8 types of intelligences, which include linguistic, logical or mathematical, visual spatial, interpersonal, musical, bodily kinesthetic, and naturalistic, but all at varying degrees. This allows for individuality and strengths that are unique to every individual. If you know your strongest intelligences, you can use it to your advantage and learn using techniques that best fit you. My results show that my strongest intelligences were in intrapersonal and interpersonal. According to Gardner, this means that I have the ability to understand myself and the ability to understand and work well with others. I think these results coincide with my personality quite well, as I have been practicing my abilities to reflect on my own actions and the actions of others. However, Gardner suggests that these results should be used to grow as a learner. This means I should learn to develop my other intelligences as well. Unlike Gardner's multiple intelligences test, a personality test evaluates your general traits and tendencies as a person. Peter Ernst Bender devised a test that would do just that, but on the differing working styles that every person has. According to Bender, everyone can be one of 4 working styles or personality types: amiable, analytical, expressive, or driver. Each of the 4 styles has specific traits that build who you are. My working style is driver. Driver is controlled, decisive, and goal-oriented. I think comparing all of the personality types, I do think that I fit this model more than the other 3. Similar to Bender's Working Styles quiz, the quiz on the 4 temperaments also measures for personality types. The 4 temperaments include sanguine, phlegmatic, melancholic, and choleric. Each personality is characterized by differing traits, and I have a choleric personality. A choleric person is analytical, goal-oriented, and straightforward. It's interesting to note that my personality type in this quiz aligns perfectly with Bender's working style evaluation of me being a driver. The results of these tests have helped me see the varying aspects of my personality and learning style. In each of the quizzes, I was able to let an outside perspective identify my strongest and my weakest strengths. I can use these scores to help me grow as a learner and as a person. Using my results and what I already knew about myself, I was able to create this effective learning parabola that highlights the best and the worst ways that I learn. I will be able to use this knowledge to be a better learner and a better person, something that we should all work on.
it using Powtoon.